Life is a journey, and on that journey, we face obstacles, we encounter setbacks, and we experience moments when the path seems to disappear in front of us. But here's the thing, those challenges, those difficult moments, they don't define us unless we let them. Every time you feel like quitting, think about how far you've already come. Every challenge you faced, every setback, every moment of doubt, that's proof of your strength. You've come too far to quit now. Life is not simply about achieving goals, but embracing the journey that gets you there. The path to success is rarely linear or without obstacles, and often it's easy to lose sight of the progress made when faced with challenges. In these moments, it's essential to shift focus from just the destination to the process itself. It's the journey that molds you, shapes you, and ultimately defines your success. Every step you take, even the difficult ones, are part of the larger picture. They serve as stepping stones that teach valuable lessons, provide growth opportunities, and prepare you for the life you envision. When you face obstacles, it can be tempting to measure your progress based solely on the results you've achieved, but this can be an incomplete view of success. It's not just about reaching the finish line, but about learning, evolving, and becoming stronger with each challenge. If you focus only on the end goal, you might overlook the tremendous strength you are building along the way. Each setback, no matter how painful it may feel in the moment, is an opportunity to grow. The skills, knowledge, and resilience you gain throughout the journey are just as valuable as the final achievement. Reflecting on the challenges faced and the lessons learned can provide a deeper sense of accomplishment than simply celebrating the end result. When you are caught up in the desire to reach a destination quickly, you may miss out on the growth that happens along the way. Each moment of difficulty is part of a process that is ultimately designed to prepare you for something bigger and better in the future. By embracing the journey, you stop rushing through it and begin to appreciate the experience for what it truly is, a series of building blocks leading to your best self. Think about some of the most difficult times in your life. In the midst of those challenges, it likely felt as though there was no way forward. But looking back, those moments were the ones that taught you the most. They pushed you to become more resourceful, more resilient, and more adaptable. You may have learned things about yourself that you never would have known had it not been for the trials you faced. These experiences are not roadblocks, they are opportunities for transformation. It's easy to get discouraged when the going gets tough, but that's when you need to remember the value of the journey. When challenges arise, they are testing your will, patience, and perseverance. Each time you choose to press forward in spite of fear, doubt, or frustration, you build mental and emotional strength. This strength becomes the foundation upon which your future success is built. Without these struggles, there would be no growth. Without pushing through those tough moments, you would not have the skills or confidence to handle the bigger challenges that will come later in life. By embracing the journey, you shift your focus from the destination to the present moment. Instead of constantly looking forward to what's next, you start to see the value in where you are now. This mindset allows you to appreciate the small victories, the lessons, and the personal development that come from every step of the journey. Each phase, whether easy or hard, contributes to your personal evolution. In life, you're going to face adversity, and at times, you may want to quit. But if you take a moment to reflect on how far you've already come, you'll realize that quitting is not an option. Every challenge you've faced has already shaped you, and each moment of growth has brought you closer to who you are meant to be. Embrace the journey, trust the process, and know that each step, no matter how difficult, is bringing you closer to your true potential. It's easy to forget how far we've already come when we're deep in the middle of a struggle. When obstacles and setbacks arise, it's natural to feel like we haven't made any real progress. We can get stuck in a mindset of frustration, focusing solely on what we haven't achieved yet instead of acknowledging how much we've already accomplished. However, when we step back and truly reflect on our journey, we realize just how much we've grown and how far we've advanced from where we started. The importance of recognizing our progress is crucial. It's not always about having reached the finish line, but about the distance traveled. Often we measure success by the end result, but every step we take on our journey holds value. Each challenge we've overcome, each obstacle we faced, has shaped us in ways we may not even realize at the time. This perspective allows us to see the hard work we've put in, the lessons we've learned, and the strength we've developed. By acknowledging our progress, we recognize that we've already achieved something remarkable, simply by keeping going. One of the reasons we get discouraged is because we compare our current state with an idealized version of success. We often set our sights on a specific goal and believe that once we reach it, everything will fall into place. But the truth is, success isn't a destination, it's a continuous process. You've already faced adversity, overcome doubt, and kept moving forward despite difficulties. That's something not everyone can say, and it's a sign of your resilience and determination. The fact that you've come as far as you have is proof of your strength and is something to be proud of. When we look back at our past struggles, we often see the growth we've experienced in hindsight. Maybe there was a time when we doubted ourselves or when fear held us back. But through persistence, we were able to push through, learn from our mistakes, and ultimately move forward. This isn't something that just happens overnight. It's the result of small, consistent actions taken over time. By looking at how much you've grown, you can appreciate the journey instead of focusing solely on what still feels out of reach. You've already come a long way, farther than you may even realize. We also tend to forget that progress doesn't always happen in big leaps. It often comes in small, incremental steps that, when looked at individually, may not seem like much. But when you step back and take a broader view of your journey, you'll see that those small steps have added up to significant progress. It's easy to get discouraged because the changes aren't always immediate or visible. However, it's important to recognize that growth is often a gradual process, and even the smallest steps forward are worth celebrating. When you acknowledge how far you've already come, it gives you the strength and motivation to keep moving forward. You begin to see that setbacks are not failures. They're part of the process. The challenges you've faced have only made you stronger, and the lessons you've learned have only prepared you for what's ahead. Instead of viewing obstacles as roadblocks, you can start to see them as stepping stones, each one bringing you closer to your ultimate goal. If you ever find yourself feeling stuck, remember the progress you've made. Think about the moments when you didn't think you could go on, but you kept moving. Reflect on the hard work, the perseverance, and the determination that have already brought you this far. You've already proven that you have what it takes to keep going, no matter how difficult the path may seem. Every time you push through, you're building more resilience and strength. By remembering how far you've come, you can renew your sense of purpose and motivation to continue your journey. You're closer to your goal than you think, and the best part is, you're not alone in this journey. Life is filled with unexpected challenges that often appear to be roadblocks, but in reality, these obstacles are stepping stones on the path to success. Many times when we face difficulties, it feels as though they are meant to stop us in our tracks. However, these challenges are actually what prepare us for the next phase of our journey. It's not about avoiding hardship or discomfort. It's about embracing it, learning from it, and using it to propel yourself forward. Every struggle you face serves a purpose, shaping you into a person who can overcome even greater challenges in the future. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to fall into the trap of believing that these setbacks are signs of failure or that they'll prevent us from reaching our goals. But if you take a moment to step back and analyze the situation, you'll often find that these difficult moments are crucial for your growth. They teach you lessons you would not have learned otherwise, and they help build resilience and perseverance. The ability to push through adversity is what truly shapes success. It's through these trying times that you learn what you're really capable of, and it's often these lessons that you carry with you throughout your life. Adversity doesn't have to be something to avoid, it's something to embrace. Think about the times when you've overcome challenges in the past. Perhaps it wasn't easy, and perhaps it took longer than you expected, but eventually you got through it. Now you're stronger, wiser, and better equipped to handle what's coming next. The lessons learned during difficult times are the ones that stick with you. They don't just teach you how to overcome a particular challenge, they teach you how to be resilient in all aspects of your life. Without these challenges, you wouldn't have had the opportunity to build this strength. Every setback is an opportunity for growth. It might not feel that way in the moment, but when you look back on it, you'll realize that these difficult moments were essential to your development. They pushed you beyond your comfort zone, forced you to problem solve, and made you more adaptable. And it's these very qualities that you need to continue moving forward. The next time you face a challenge, remember that it's not an obstacle, it's a chance to evolve. It's a chance to push past your current limitations and discover what you're truly capable of. The key is to change your perspective on challenges. Instead of seeing them as barriers, start seeing them as opportunities for growth. The more you can embrace challenges and learn from them, the more equipped you will be to handle whatever comes your way. Success isn't about avoiding difficulties. It's about developing the mindset and tools to navigate them with confidence and resilience. Each challenge you face brings you one step closer to your goals, even if it doesn't seem like it at the time. You don't need to be afraid of hardship or setbacks. Instead, welcome them as part of the journey. They are the things that will prepare you for the future. They will teach you to be patient, to be resourceful, and to stay focused on your goals, even when things get tough. Remember, every successful person you admire has faced adversity in some form. What makes them different is that they didn't let those challenges stop them. They learned from them and kept moving forward. When you face your next challenge, instead of asking, "Why me?" or "Why is this happening?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" When you approach difficulties with a mindset of growth, you start to see them in a new light. They no longer seem like insurmountable obstacles. Instead, they become lessons that will help you grow, evolve, and succeed. Embrace every challenge as an opportunity to become the best version of yourself. It's not about avoiding adversity, it's about using it to your advantage. Challenges aren't the end of the road, they're simply part of the journey. And every challenge you face is another opportunity to keep moving forward. Success is not just about what you achieve, but how you handle the difficult moments along the way. Everyone will face challenges, and most will experience times when it feels like giving up would be the easiest option. But the true key to success is perseverance, the ability to keep going when everything inside you says to stop. It's the ability to push forward, even when the path is unclear, when progress seems slow, and when the obstacles seem insurmountable. It is the determination to keep moving forward no matter the setbacks. When you face adversity, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. The idea of giving up often seems appealing, especially when results aren't immediately visible. However, it's in those very moments when perseverance is most crucial. Those who are successful are not the ones who avoid challenges, but the ones who persist despite them. They face fear, failure, and frustration head-on, and they keep going. Their secret is simple: they don't quit. Perseverance doesn't mean that you won't have moments of doubt. It doesn't mean that you won't feel exhausted, frustrated, or ready to throw in the towel. What it means is that even when you feel those things, you continue to show up. You continue to put in the effort, no matter how difficult the situation may seem. Every successful person has had moments when they thought they couldn't go on. What made them different was their choice to keep moving forward. They knew that even though they couldn't see immediate results, the effort they were putting in would eventually pay off. It's easy to think that success should come quickly or effortlessly. We live in a world that emphasizes instant gratification, where it often seems like others are achieving their goals faster than we are. But the truth is, success is rarely achieved overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, and that consistent effort requires perseverance. Without it, progress would stall and dreams would never come to fruition. Success takes time, and it takes the willingness to keep going even when you can't see the finish line. Perseverance is also about learning from setbacks rather than letting them define you. Mistakes and failures are not the end, they are part of the process. Each time you stumble, you have the opportunity to learn and adjust. The more you embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, the stronger your perseverance becomes. Every step forward, no matter how small, builds momentum. It's this momentum that propels you closer to your goal, even when you can't see it clearly. And with each step, you build the resilience needed to keep going. When you commit to perseverance, you also build self-belief. At the heart of perseverance is the belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. It's the understanding that no matter the difficulty, you have the strength to overcome it. This belief strengthens your resolve and keeps you on track, even when things get tough. If you allow doubts and setbacks to derail you, you'll never achieve your true potential. But when you push through, you develop the confidence that you can face anything that stands in your way. Perseverance is also about perspective. When challenges arise, it's easy to feel like they're insurmountable. However, by keeping a long-term perspective, you can remind yourself that each challenge is temporary. What feels impossible today may seem insignificant tomorrow. The key is to keep your focus on the bigger picture and remind yourself of why you started in the first place. When you connect with your deeper motivation, you find the strength to keep going. At the end of the day, success is not about avoiding challenges or avoiding moments of doubt. It's about deciding not to quit when those moments arise. It's about showing up even when the going gets tough, because each time you do, you're moving closer to your goals. Perseverance is what turns dreams into reality, and it's what separates those who succeed from those who give up too soon. The road to success is often long and winding, but by committing to persevere, you're ensuring that you'll get to where you want to be. Even when the path is unclear, the act of continuing is what brings you closer to your goals in life. We all face moments of doubt and fear, especially when we step outside our comfort zones and pursue something bigger than ourselves. These emotions are natural. They stem from the uncertainty of the unknown, the fear of failure, and the risk of disappointment. Yet, it's crucial to understand that these feelings of fear and doubt are not barriers to success, but signals that we are on the right path. They are a part of the process that helps us grow, become more resilient, and learn how to push through obstacles. The key is not to let fear and doubt paralyze you, but to acknowledge them and move forward despite them. When fear and doubt arise, they often amplify our insecurities and make us question our capabilities. We might start asking ourselves if we're good enough, whether we have what it takes, or if we'll ever succeed. These thoughts can become overwhelming, and in some cases, they might even make us want to quit. However, it's important to recognize that these feelings do not define us. They are temporary and do not reflect our true potential. The more we give in to these emotions, the more control they have over us. But when we decide not to let fear dictate our actions, we take back control of our journey. The truth is, fear and doubt are universal. Everyone, regardless of their achievements, has felt fear at some point in their lives. Even the most successful people have faced moments where they questioned their abilities or feared failure. What sets them apart is their ability to keep going even in the face of fear. They understand that fear is not a sign to stop, but a signal that they are challenging themselves, pushing beyond their limits, and growing. By facing fear head-on, they learn how to navigate it and move through it. Doubt is another powerful emotion that can prevent us from reaching our full potential. It's easy to fall into the trap of questioning ourselves, especially when we encounter setbacks or don't see immediate results. However, doubt often stems from a lack of perspective. It makes us focus on what we don't have, what we haven't achieved yet, or what we feel is missing. But the key to overcoming doubt is shifting our focus to what we've already accomplished. The progress we've made, the lessons we've learned, and the strength we've built along the way are all evidence of our capability. Doubt is often just a reflection of our fear of failure, and once we realize this, we can break free from its grip. Instead of allowing fear and doubt to stop us, we must learn how to embrace them. When we approach fear as a natural part of the process, we stop resisting it and start moving through it. This shift in mindset allows us to take action even when we don't feel completely confident. In fact, it's often in the moments of uncertainty that we make the most progress. These are the moments when we grow the most because we are forced to confront our fears and challenge ourselves. The key to moving through fear and doubt is not to wait for the perfect moment or for complete confidence to arrive. Instead, it's about taking action despite not having all the answers or feeling fully prepared. By taking small steps, even when we feel uncertain, we start to build momentum. Every time we push through fear, We grow stronger and more capable. Eventually, what once seemed intimidating becomes manageable, and the fear and doubt lose their power over us. It's also important to surround ourselves with people who uplift and support us, especially when we are struggling with fear and doubt. Positive influences can provide encouragement and remind us of our worth when we forget. They can offer perspective and help us see things from a different angle, which can be a crucial factor in overcoming self-doubt. Having a strong support system can give us the confidence to keep going, even when we're not sure of ourselves. Ultimately, fear and doubt are inevitable parts of the journey, but they don't have to control us. The key to overcoming them is to acknowledge them without allowing them to define us. By taking action despite fear, shifting our focus away from self-doubt, and trusting in our ability to navigate challenges, we become stronger and more capable of achieving our goals. The path to success is not about avoiding fear. It's about learning how to walk through it with determination and courage. Often, we find ourselves caught in a cycle of doubt, procrastination, or the overwhelming feeling that we are not enough. These thoughts tend to be rooted in fear of failure, fear of judgment, and fear of not living up to our own expectations. However, one of the most powerful tools we have in overcoming these feelings is taking consistent action. Action is the antidote to fear and doubt, as it moves us forward, builds momentum, and reinforces the belief that we are capable of achieving great things. When faced with an obstacle or a challenge, it is natural to feel paralyzed by uncertainty or hesitation. The desire to have everything figured out, to feel 100% prepared, or to have all the answers before moving forward can hold us back from taking the necessary first step. However, the truth is that no one has all the answers at the beginning. Everyone starts somewhere, and it's through action that we figure things out, adapt, and evolve. The key is to trust that taking the first step, even if it's small, is far better than standing still. When we begin to move, we give ourselves the chance to learn, to adjust, and to build confidence in our abilities. The fear of failure is often what stops us from taking action. We worry about what might go wrong or how we might look to others if things don't turn out perfectly. However, failure is not something to fear. It is an essential part of the learning process. Every successful person has encountered setbacks, mistakes, and failures along the way. What differentiates them from others is their ability to keep moving, learning from their mistakes, and not letting those setbacks stop them. Each failure provides an opportunity to grow stronger and smarter, as long as we take the lesson and use it to keep pushing forward. In this way, failure becomes a stepping stone, not a stumbling block. Procrastination often arises from the fear of not being perfect or from being unsure of where to start. We might wait until everything aligns perfectly before taking any action. However, this delay can lead to missed opportunities and a sense of stagnation. Instead of waiting for the ideal conditions, it's important to understand that no time will ever feel completely perfect. The best time to start is right now, with what you have, even if you don't feel entirely ready. The process of moving forward will reveal new information, new opportunities, and new perspectives. It is in the act of doing that clarity emerges, and what seemed overwhelming becomes manageable. Taking action also builds a sense of momentum that propels you forward. When you begin, even if it's just a small step, you create a sense of accomplishment that carries you into the next step. Each action you take strengthens your resolve and makes the next step easier. Momentum becomes your ally. By continuously taking action, no matter how small, you begin to see progress. This progress, even if slow, creates positive feedback that encourages you to keep moving. The key is to keep going regardless of how big or small the steps are. Progress isn't always linear, but with consistent action, the momentum begins to compound. One of the most significant benefits of taking action is the confidence it builds. Often our doubts stem from a lack of experience or a fear of the unknown. But the more we act, the more we learn and grow. The more we do, the more we see that we are capable of handling challenges and obstacles. This growing confidence reinforces our belief in ourselves and our abilities. Confidence doesn't come from waiting for everything to align perfectly. It comes from taking action, overcoming challenges, and seeing ourselves rise to the occasion. Even when things don't go as planned, taking action provides clarity. Instead of staying stuck in a state of uncertainty, action allows us to test our ideas, adjust our course, and refine our approach. We learn from our experiences, and as we continue to move forward, we gather the insights needed to make better decisions in the future. The key is not to focus on the fear of making mistakes, but to embrace the lessons that come from those mistakes and use them to propel us forward. In the end, taking action is the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. It helps us break free from the paralyzing grip of fear and doubt, and it turns our dreams into reality. When we act, we show ourselves that we are capable of handling whatever comes our way. The more we act, the more we build confidence, learn, and progress. Action is the key to turning potential into reality, and the more we make it a habit, the closer we get to our goals.